Admiral Zex Thara stood motionless on the command bridge of the Imperial Dreadnought Dominion's Fist, her four crystalline eyes fixed on the tactical display that showed impossible readings. The space around Kepler 442b had been empty moments ago. She had verified this herself through the ship's quantum sensors. Now, a massive structure hung in the void like a metallic tumor, its angular hull reflecting the distant star's light in ways that hurt to observe. "Sensor analysis complete, Admiral," reported her tactical officer, Lieutenant Vorth. His scaled hands trembled as he manipulated the holographic interface. The vessel measures approximately 12 kilometers in length. Hull composition: unknown. Energy signatures: unprecedented. Zex Thara's mandibles clicked in irritation. In her 3 centuries of service to the Kethmaran Empire, she had never encountered a ship that her instruments couldn't analyze. The Empire's technology was supreme, refined through conquests across 47 star systems. Yet this crude, angular monstrosity defied their most advanced scanning protocols. "Origin?" she demanded. "Unknown, Admiral." It simply appeared. No jump signature, no temporal distortion, no wormhole formation. One moment empty space, the next moment this. The human vessel, though Zex Thara didn't yet know what humans were, drifted with an almost insulting casualness. Its surface was scarred and weathered, suggesting countless battles, yet no weapon signatures registered on their scanners. Most disturbing was its complete silence across all communication frequencies. "Admiral," the communications officer's voice cracked with strain. "We're receiving a transmission. Audio only. Unknown language. Put it through." The bridge filled with harsh, guttural sounds that seemed to bypass the universal translator entirely. The words were alien, primitive, yet carried an unmistakable authority that made Zex Thara's secondary heart skip. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Retribution," the voice said, now filtered through hastily recalibrated translation matrices. "You have 30 seconds to withdraw from this system before we consider you hostile." Zex Thara's laugh was like breaking glass. 30 seconds? This unknown species dared to threaten the Empire's most decorated admiral with a single ship against her fleet of 47 vessels. "Unknown vessel," she transmitted back, "you are trespassing in Imperial space claimed by the Kethmaran Empire. Surrender immediately or be destroyed." The response came in the form of action, not words. The human ship's hull suddenly bristled with previously invisible weapon ports. Energy readings spiked beyond the scale of their instruments as massive railguns extended from concealed compartments. But it was the ship's next action that truly defied comprehension. It began to fold. Not fold space, as their own jump drives did, but fold itself. The hull segments rearranged like living metal, transforming from a simple wedge into something that hurt to look at directly. Geometric impossibilities manifested as the ship assumed configurations that shouldn't exist in 3-dimensional space. "All ships, attack formation Helix 7, Zex Thara commanded, her voice steady despite the growing dread in her chest. "Target their weapon systems." The Imperial fleet responded with military precision. 47 of the Empire's finest warships unleashed concentrated plasma fire that could vaporize a small moon. The space around the human vessel became a brilliant inferno of destructive energy. When the light faded, the Retribution hung unchanged in the void. "Direct hits confirmed across all weapon systems," Vorth reported, his voice hollow. "No damage detected." "Admiral, their hull isn't just undamaged. Our weapons aren't even registering contact." Zex Thara's tactical mind raced through possibilities. Advanced shielding? Dimensional phasing? Some form of matter conversion? Before she could formulate a response, the human ship began its counterattack. The answer came in the form of data streams, that somehow bypassed their encrypted communication networks. Technical specifications flowed across their screens, not in any language they recognized, yet perfectly comprehensible. The images showed the human projectiles, dense matter cores, wrapped in controlled singularities, guided by quantum AI that could predict and manipulate probability itself. Impossible, Thara breathed. The energy requirements alone. More data flooded their systems. The humans called it probability warfare, the ability to collapse quantum uncertainty in their favor. Every shot they fired would always find its target because reality itself was convinced it had no choice. The retribution fired again. This time, the single round fragmented into 31 pieces. 31 more Imperial ships became expanding debris clouds. "Admiral, we must retreat," her first officer pleaded. "Signal the fleet to—" "No." Thara's voice carried the weight of 3 centuries of victories. "The Empire does not retreat. All remaining ships, ramming speed. If we cannot destroy them with weapons, we'll do it with mass." It was a death sentence, and everyone on the bridge knew it. Yet they obeyed, as Imperial discipline demanded. The surviving ships accelerated toward the human vessel, their crews singing ancient war songs as they prepared to die for the Empire. The retribution fired one final time. The round didn't fragment. Instead, it expanded, becoming a sphere of writhing energy that engulfed the remaining Imperial fleet. Ships, crews, and dreams of conquest ceased to exist, consumed by forces that shouldn't be possible. Only the Dominion's fist remained, held in some kind of stasis field. "This is Captain Chen," the human voice returned. "You fought bravely. That matters. Your empire ends here, but your lives don't have to. Surrender, and you'll be treated according to the Geneva Conventions." Thara looked around her bridge at the surviving crew. Fear and confusion warred with duty in their eyes. The empire she had served so faithfully lay in ruins around them, destroyed by technologies that rewrote the laws of physics themselves. "What are you?" she transmitted. "We're human," came the simple reply. "And we've been at war with the universe itself for longer than your empire has existed. Your weapons were impressive 500 years ago. They might have even worked on us. The stasis field released them. The retribution began to fade, not jumping away, but simply ceasing to occupy the same dimensional space. Consider this a warning to whatever remains of your empire." Captain Chen's voice echoed one final time.